Is the Jeep Gladiator satisfying? Well, good evening everybody, and welcome back to Rob Motive JT. So is the Jeep Gladiator satisfying? You know, sometimes after the honeymoon phase, you get that new truck home and suddenly it's just not quite what it was after the first day that you bought it. You know, if you can hold on to that special feeling for a while after you get that new truck, then you're probably pretty lucky. I've experienced it many times over the years with different vehicles that I've bought. You know, the biggest disappointment to me, honestly, was probably the Honda Civic Si four-door back in the day. I liked it when I drove it, but after I had it for not very long, maybe a couple of weeks, I discovered it was kind of a dog. You had to rev that thing all the way up to get it to do anything, to have any fun in it. So I'm always cognizant of that because that was a mistake for me. I think I sold that car after about 2 months. I'm always aware of that when I get it. So, is the Jeep Gladiator satisfying? You know, first of all, there are probably 6 areas to answer that question for me that I look at. Number 1, it's looks. You know, am I still in love with it? Because I'll be honest, I always fall in love with the vehicles that I buy. It's just the way that I am. It's a weird kind of thing. And I gotta say, the uniqueness of the Jeep Gladiator has held that for me. Still love the looks of it. You don't see anything else like it on the road. You're never gonna mistake the Jeep Gladiator for, let's say, a Toyota Tacoma. There's no way. They're very unique, always gonna have that because there's just nothing else like them on the road. Number 2, comfort. And this is something that you don't really discover until you have the truck for a while. You know, you've got to spend some time in the seat before you determine whether or not a vehicle really is comfortable. You know, I've had that happen before where after a while it starts to feel kind of funky, you know. I noticed it right off the bat years ago when I drove a Dodge Dakota. I wanted one of those things. It was another one that I fell in love with when I saw it. Loved the looks of the truck, so I decided to go test drive one. Sat in the seat and it felt like I was laying down. The floor was too high. My legs were too stretched out. It was horrible. Needless to say, I did not buy it. I didn't make the Honda Civic Si mistake on that one. The Jeep Gladiator is comfortable. I've had it for at least one, really the same version, for a couple of years now. And I gotta admit, there's really nothing about it that is uncomfortable for me. Love it from that standpoint. Number 3, and this is the biggest one for me, and that is power. There's nothing worse than a truck that's a dog. They've gotta go. You know, I put the Sprint booster in the Jeep Gladiator not too long ago, and what that did is give me nice, smooth power delivery with no lag. Made it even better, but the Jeep was not a bad truck to begin with. Had very little lag from the beginning. Love the power of the truck. It is the most powerful mid-size truck probably that I've ever owned. Now, let me clarify. When I speak about power, I'm really talking about off-the-line acceleration. When I hit the gas, I want it to go. I don't want to be at a stoplight, hit the gas, and a Toyota Prius flies by me. I don't want that to happen. I want to be able to go when I want to go. And the Jeep Gladiator certainly does that, still does that to today, and I love to drive it. Number 4, utility. I mean, it is a truck after all, right? I know it's not a drag strip race car or anything, so it has to have utility. That's what it was built for. Certainly off-road capable. I don't use it for that, not to say that I never will, but for me, utility means what can I do with it? What fits in it? Will groceries, that's right, I said it, groceries, fit in the back seat area? They do, no problem. What about the bed? Of course, it's a big bed. I have a tonneau cover on it. I've used it for many things that I don't want to get wet, hence the tonneau cover, but it's perfectly utilitarian for that. If you've got anything that's dirty or nasty, like wet, sticky mulch or maybe rocks or sand or whatever. Great place to put them. Obviously, it's a truck. From a utility standpoint, can't beat it. Same as most mid-sized trucks. Number 5, customization. You know, I have the channel. This is my business. I've talked about that before. This is what I do. So obviously, I have to be able to customize it, right? Hard to make videos putting mods and things on a truck where they don't exist. Not true with Jeep, especially the Jeep Gladiator. Like the Wrangler, there are tons of mods and options out there that you can do to customize it and make it your own. I've done several myself. There are more to come. Love it from that standpoint. I can get out there, get my hands dirty, do some tinkering, and make it my own. The Jeep Gladiator is awesome for that. Number 6. Now this one's a little strange, but it applies after you've had the truck for a while and you really get to know it. I call it the in and out. So what am I talking about? Well, obviously, if you're going to drive the Jeep Gladiator, you got to get in it. And I'm assuming once you arrive wherever it is you're driving to, you got to get out of it. So how is it getting in and out? You know, do you have to contort yourself, twist your head, dive in? That's the one knock that I have about the Toyota Tacoma. The roofline, the floorboard are too close together. When I get into that truck, I kind of have to twist my head a little bit. Sometimes I do like a crawl to get into it, right? Grab the steering wheel, grab the center console, armrest, and kind of pull myself in. It's not like that with the Jeep Gladiator. You open the door, it's got a high enough roof line that you can step in. I do use the step to get in, not because I have to, just because it makes it more comfortable. Now, getting out of it, same thing. I don't have to kind of contort my head like I do with the Toyota Tacoma. I can just open the door, put my left leg down. This is how I do it. Put my left leg down, use my right leg to just kind of push off or stabilize myself as I'm getting out, and that's it. The in-out is nice, it's perfect. Not quite as big as, let's say, a full size like the Toyota Tundra, but definitely better than the Tacoma. No problem at all. I love the in and out on the Jeep Gladiator. Anyway, leave a comment. Let me know. Is the Jeep Gladiator satisfying for you? By the way, it definitely is for me, if you couldn't tell. Leave a comment. Let me know. Also, real quick, I do have 2 additional channels. Of course, Rob Motive, all about my 2021 Toyota Tacoma. And Rob Motive FST, all about my 2021 Toyota Tundra. Check them out, and if you're interested, please consider subscribing. Don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And do me a favor, smash that subscribe button on the way out. Thanks for watching. Stay satisfied out there. Bye.